Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome once again to a quick shot review for Cheap Shot Entertainment, the dedicated movie channel. I'm your host Luke and you are the Cheap Shot Nation. Sorry for the big deep breath there, but there's a lot to unpack in this film. Now, I am a big fan of the Bad Boys franchise, and so far it's not disappointed me. We're also on episode 284 of the podcast. Incredible. Didn't think it would grow this fast, this quickly. It was a love project for 2020 when I had surplus time. But I've tried to keep it going, and my goodness, don't I enjoy and love going to the cinema and giving you my random thoughts on film. Whether you watch it or listen to it or not is a different matter, but I have to get my thoughts out here because some of them are very valid. In fact, I would say all of them are very valid because I always say if you want to go and see a film, go and see it. Now, obviously, Bad Boys, the original Bad Boys, Will Smith playing Mike Lowry and Martin Lawrence playing Marcus Burnett are in this film. They are back to reprise their roles. Obviously, a lot older than they were in the original and the second one, and that storyline plays through throughout the film, and I thought that was hilarious. But it also shows the human side. They're not superhuman; they are human, and that's all they can be. They're just badass. Now, the official blurb here is: this summer, the world's favourite bad boys are back with their iconic mix of edge of your seat action and outrageous comedy, but this time with a twist. Mammy's finest are now on the run. So, yes, I wouldn't have explained it like that, but that is the official blurb. Basically, they've spent all of their careers tracking drug cartels, making sure that drugs don't come into Miami, and living the cop lifestyle, living the cool, living in driving cool cars. If you're Mike Lowry, and you know, getting with the ladies and doing all that kind of stuff. You've got the beaches, you've got the neon, you've got the clubs, you've got everything in Miami that sets this apart. Now, those things are definitely back, and the enemies they've made along the way, including Mike Lowry's son, are after them. They are included in this film. There is, again, like I say, that twist where they're being set up, and you know, they obviously have to clear the name, and it leads to an epic battle at the end and all that kind of stuff, and it's cool. Now, the runtime here is a respectable 1 hour and 55 minutes. Now, I find those runtimes a bit longer than they usually are, so I would say this comes in about 1 hour and 40 maybe. Again, very respectable, done old school. That's how long you'd expect a film like this to last without having too much downtime. There's some really cool scenes here. We get the Doom camera, which I was not expecting for some scenes, which was really cool. If you remember the Doom film with The Rock. Now, this film has got decent reviews, actually. So maybe I'm not on the minority with this one, but I loved this film. The comedy hit the point. The realism hit the point. The gunfights, the cars, everything hit the point here. Now, the director, Adil El Arbi, did a fantastic job, and with writer Chris Bremner, uh, was just the whole story was brilliant. You had the build up of all of the characters, their relationship with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. You've got the wife, you've got the daughter, you've got the son-in-law to be, who is a Marine. So I feel like they're setting up for a passing of the torch here, because you've then got Jacob Scipio as Armando, who plays Will Smith's son. And he, in the last one, if you haven't seen it, was the main antagonist to Mike and Marcus. So, yeah, you've got that element as well, and he, because of his implications with the relationship with his dad, he's in prison. He gets attacked on a regular basis, and it's really difficult, but he can handle himself. So, yeah, like I say, I feel like this is leading to like a passing of the torch. Now, I don't know how they're going to do that, because this guy is a wanted. He's not wanted. He's already in prison. Is a full-on criminal. He's a drug lord, or at least a drug runner, and very good one as well. And you then got the, if I can find him, you've got John Sally as Fletch, and yeah, it's just really cool, really fun film that I really needed at this particular time. It is a double-barreled um, uh, shotgun of laughs. It's just really, really good. And it's just the great chemistry of all the characters, the, like I say, the on point action scenes, the cars, the comedy. These two are absolutely brilliant. And yeah, it just shows how human they are. Mike Lowry's getting married. That is sort of the central thing going off here, and branching off that, Marcus has had a heart attack at his wedding. So they're trying to look after him. In the meantime, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm untouchable, man. I'm untouchable. I can't die. So he's doing all this crazy stuff, and Mike's looking after him. So it's kind of like a changing of the guard, because that's the way it used to. It used to be the other way round. And yeah, it really does show in the enjoyment of the film, that chemistry of all the characters, and the fact that they was able to expand on the two main characters, but then bring in other characters and expand on their story as well. You've got another story where the daughter of the captain is, after revenge on Armando, because she thinks that he's killed him in the last film, and it's just a literal sort of picture of all these characters, and it's really difficult to do in film. It's, you usually have a central character or a couple of central characters, and you revolve around them, but to have all these different stories convening in the middle for an epic finish is amazing and really, really good. So I'm looking forward to what what they can do with this franchise, if it is to be a passing of the torch, because the Mike and Marcus are, they're getting on. So there might need to be someone else involved at some point during this epic tale of the Bad Boys. And the music is great. Found myself listening to the soundtrack on the way home from the movie. Obviously, Bad Boys is a great song, and they still sing that, which is really cool. You've then got the inclusion of another antagonist, which is an animal antagonist, a great albino alligator thing, which is really funny and also quite cool as well. And yeah, it's just a really good film. I'd suggest you go and watch this one. Even if you're not into sort of action films, you'll find the comedy really funny. if you're of a certain age. But I think this one's good for a younger audience as well, because they do bring those elements of sort of gaming into it. Like I say, the Doom camera and stuff like that. It was really cool. So yeah, my review, or it's not really a review, it's just thoughts on Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Go watch it. And I will see you next time. We've got a Scream Unseen. This is the first one that I've been able to book into. I found that these things get booked up really quickly and they fill out really quickly. But then when you get into the film, people don't turn up for them, which is really annoying. Also had someone during my screening watching the football. Now, part of me wanted to ask him what the score was. The other part of me just thought, put your phone away. So be respectful if you're going to the cinema, because other people are in there as well. You're not sitting on your sofa. And with that, go see Bad Boys, Ride or Die. It is really good. You'll love it. I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Hiya.